Once upon a time, high on the calm, misty hill, there was a small Buddhist monastery. A wise master named Master Kail lived there with his few disciples. They spent their days meditating, focusing on inner peace and living a quiet, simple life. Their hearts were full of calm, and the monastery was a place of silence and joy. Among them was a young disciple, a young monk named Tenzin, who had joined just a few months ago. Tenzin was honest and full of energy, but he was still very new to this spiritual path. Every morning, like the other monks, he would walk down the hill to a nearby village called Sunflower Vale to collect alms, food offered by kind people. One sunny morning, Tenzin knocked on the door of a small house. A young woman named Lila opened it. She had just taken a bath, and her wet hair framed her bright, glowing face like a soft cloud. Tenzin had never seen anyone so beautiful. His heart raced, and he couldn't stop staring at her. Lila smiled warmly, went inside, and brought him some rice and fruit. She gave it to him with respect, and Tenzin thanked her. But her smile stayed in his mind like a bright picture. The next day, Tenzin woke up early, his heart beating fast. Monks were supposed to visit different houses each day, but he went straight to Lila's house again. She welcomed him with the same sweet smile and gave him food. Tenzin felt happy, but also confused. He couldn't stop thinking about her. One morning, he reached her house even earlier. Lila opened the door and said politely, "Good morning, sir. I always give alms after my bath. You're early today. Please wait. I'll go to the silver stream to bathe and come back to give you food." Tenzin nodded, but as soon as she left, a bad idea came to his mind. He quietly followed her. At the stream, Lila started bathing, and Tenzin hid behind a big tree watching her. For a second, he felt guilty and thought, "This is wrong." But his feelings for her were too strong, and he kept looking. After her bath, Lila returned home, and Tenzin ran back before her, pretending he had waited there the whole time. She gave him food, not knowing what he had done. This became his secret routine. Every morning, he would watch Lila bathe and then take food from her. Soon, he stopped talking to others in the monastery. He couldn't focus during meditation, always lost in thoughts of her. Master Kael noticed the change. One day he called Tenzin and asked softly, "What's wrong, my child?" Tenzin lied, "I'm just not feeling well, Master." Master Kael stayed quiet, but decided to watch him. The next morning, he followed Tenzin secretly. From a distance, he saw everything. Tenzin hiding behind a tree, watching Lila at the stream. Master Kael's heart felt heavy with sadness. He walked up to Tenzin and put a strong hand on his shoulder. Tenzin turned around, his face pale, his body shaking with fear. He tried to speak, but his voice trembled. Without a word, Master Kael took his hand and led him up the mountain to a muddy, still pond called Grey Hollow. He said calmly, "Cross this pond and come back." Tenzin, still scared, started to take off his robe. Master Kael stopped him and asked, "Why are you taking off your robe?" Tenzin replied, "It's dirty, Master. I don't want my robe to get spoiled." Master Kael smiled and said, "You care about keeping your robe clean, but you let your precious mind get so dirty. This robe can be washed easily, but a dirty mind is hard to clean." He pointed at the muddy pond. "Lust is like this mud. It looks harmless, but once you step in, it sticks to you. The more you fight, the deeper you sink." Tenzin felt ashamed. Tears fell from his eyes as he bowed and said, "I'm sorry, Master. I've lost my way." Master Kael gently touched his shoulder and said, "Falling isn't the end, but staying down is. Rise again, stronger." From that day, Tenzin changed. He stopped going for alms and focused on his practice. He fought his thoughts, meditated deeply, and cleaned his heart. Years later, he became a wise teacher, sharing his story with others. He would say, "Winning over yourself is the greatest victory." Many young people today struggle with unwanted sexual thoughts that distract them from work or studies and leave them feeling restless. These thoughts often stem from things they've seen online, like pornographic content, which gets stuck in their memory and keeps resurfacing. While sexual feelings are natural, letting them take over isn't healthy. The good news? You can take control. Stop feeding your mind with explicit material, and those thoughts will fade over time as your mind heals. To speed this up, practice meditation. It calms your mind, clears deep impressions, and builds inner strength. In short, avoid lustful content. Meditate regularly, and your mind will become clear, focused, and peaceful.